What happens when mutual respect explodes into full-blown revenge? And boxing legends take the fight outside the ring. This isn't just a feud. This is all-out war. After Canelo Alvarez dropped Terence Crawford with one devastating punch, caught on camera, fans thought the drama had peaked. But trust us, this was just the beginning. Terence Crawford is finally breaking his silence from a hospital bed, bruised, stitched up, but burning with fury. And make no mistake, according to Bud, this isn't business anymore. It's deeply personal. Get ready, because you're about to witness the rise of the most dangerous rivalry boxing has seen in years.
Crawford is not a small brother in this fight. Crawford looks like a physical threat to Canelo. If we're looking at it 1-to-1, this is a dangerous fight. I'm telling you all, we can't deny that there is a more level ground when we look at them face to face now, with the physical aspect of this fight being the most dominant aspect of why people feel Canelo would win. I'm saying that now we have to reevaluate this. It's not as far off as we may believe.
Let's break it down. Rewind just 3 days ago, backstage at what was supposed to be a laid-back charity event in Las Vegas. Canelo was there handling PR, all smiles. Bud strolled in with his entourage, calm and collected. But the moment their eyes met, everything changed. The tension hit like a thunderclap. And from that second on, it was only a matter of time before chaos erupted.
Is there anything that scares you, Canelo Alvarez? What frightens you?
Nothing about boxing. This is what I love.
Yeah.
So
No gloves, no security fast enough. Just one man, Canelo Alvarez, unleashing years of built-up tension with a single brutal right hand to Terence Crawford's jaw. Cameras caught every second. TMZ dropped the footage, and within minutes, the internet exploded. Social media went absolutely nuclear.
Things are being thrown. There's no room for this in the sport. There's no room for Davis brothers to be in the building tonight. The police escorted them out. You saw.
And just like that, Crawford was out cold, dropped on the spot, and carried away by his team. The pound-for-pound king, hospitalized by a punch that didn't even happen inside a ring. But here's the twist. This wasn't some random meltdown. Canelo snapped for a reason that the disrespect had been boiling for months. Bud calling him out, accusing him of ducking real competition, saying Canelo only picks smaller, safer fights. And then came the viral moment, the one that lit the fuse, when Crawford boldly claimed he'd destroy Canelo in a street fight.
On the streets, you and Canelo, what would it look like?
Come on, man. Y'all know what I do. I ain't got to talk about it. On the streets, I'm going to be against anybody. I ain't never going to say another man going to whoop me. So, you know what I mean? That's your answer right there.
I guess in Guadalajara, you think it'd be a little different on the streets if Terence came to town?
I think every city, every place is different, no? It's different. But we're not talking about the streets. We're talking about boxing, the beautiful sport of boxing. So that's different, way different than the streets.
Those words hit different when you're talking about a 4-division world champion like Canelo, a man who's been carrying the sport on his shoulders since Mayweather stepped away. When they crossed paths backstage, Canelo wasn't about to let it slide. He didn't hold back.
I don't respect him anymore because he say, I'm not gonna do what they want me to do and this and that. And then he tried to, maybe Turki Al-Ashi told him, hey, you need to do something because you seem so nervous in Riyadh. So and he tried to walk me back, and that's why I pushed him. And you know, like I say, don't with me.
Does it bring a different Canelo then?
Yeah, it's different. Yeah, you watch Saunders fight, right?
Which one? The Saunders. Oh,
he pissed me off.
Orbital.
He pissed me off.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be almost the same.
And now, from his hospital bed, Terence Crawford is making it crystal clear this is no longer some friendly rivalry. This ain't business anymore, he said. He made it personal, and I promise he's going to regret ever putting his hands on me. Sources close to Bud say the damage is real, a fractured orbital bone, a mild concussion, and heavy swelling. But even with his face busted up, Crawford hasn't lost a shred of confidence that he caught me off guard. Bud told reporters. But I'm still me. He woke up a different version of Bud, the one that doesn't forget this isn't just hype anymore. Crawford's not talking pay-per-views or fight purses. He's talking revenge, legacy, blood, and with Canelo staying completely silent since the punch, it's Bud's voice that's dominating every headline.
When you say, I want Canelo, is there anybody in the camp that would say, you're not ready for this?
That's a big boy. He's strong. It's a conversation. It's not just, oh man, you will whoop his ass. Like,
Yes, man type
yeah,
stuff.
I'm not worried about Canelo. I'm not thinking about Canelo. I'm just focused on Israel Madrimon.
In a small way, is this a stepping stone to your dream fight?
I don't look at fights as stepping stones. It's about now.
Here's what people forget. This beef didn't start last week. It's been simmering for years. Back in 2021, Crawford publicly accused Canelo of ducking black fighters. The comment went viral, and Canelo wasn't having it. He clapped back, saying, asterisk, I fight who's in front of me. I'm not afraid of anyone. But let's be real, that tension didn't fade. It just stayed underground, growing hotter with every subtle jab, every interview, every headline, until it finally exploded.
The only fighter in boxing that I will say is not ducking anyone in terms of weight, class, title, and most importantly, race. I'm not buying that for Canelo. No, I don't agree with it.
Yo, my dude, I gotta give you this is a commendable moment, my dude.
No,
I gotta give you your props because I was almost sure that you was gonna be on the other side of the fence talking about Canelo Alvarez is absolutely avoiding some very slick and skillful black fighters. Now, with that being said, I do think he's being strategic, and I do think there are some fighters who are so skillful, but they don't bring the bag the way they need to.
Yes.
So I think it's more so risk reward.
Yeah.
I don't think it's about like I can't beat this guy. It's more so like if I do fight this guy, you know, what am I really gaining?
That's facts.
So I'm right there with you. I don't think it has to do with, you know, black fighters per se. I think he's just being, you know, strategic in the people that he's picking, just like you.
Then Crawford kept climbing. Asterisk undefeated asterisk, dominant, silencing critics with that masterclass against Errol Spence. Meanwhile, Canelo faced growing backlash, accused of cherry-picking softer opponents while fans demanded a super fight with Bud. Canelo always shrugged it off, said Crawford was too small, not built for 168. But let's be honest, that punch said everything. It wasn't just about disrespect. It was about insecurity. It was Canelo reminding the world, this is still my era.
So even though you see a small fighter, when you look in his eyes, do you see a fighter that could possibly beat you?
No, never.
So,
Never.
Of course, this is boxing. Asterisk the land of hype and smokescreen starred so naturally. Some folks are calling it fake, saying the punch was staged. That the whole thing was just another Paul versus Tyson-style stunt to sell pay-per-views and flood headlines. A setup, a script, a show. But here's the thing, Crawford's injuries are real. And if this was staged, someone forgot to tell Bud's face.
Is it true that you made $170 million from this fight?
I made a lot of money, the most money I've made ever.
60 million households, Jake.
250 million people.
Bro, that is so
It's all downhill from
crazy.
here.
No, for sure.
I peaked.
But here's the difference. This ain't an exhibition. This isn't some fight-for-fun circus act. This is a legacy-defining war. And Canelo? He doesn't do play fighting. If that punch was staged, then both men deserve Oscars. But from the chaos that followed, the way security panicked, the shock in the room, the pure rage on Canelo's face, yeah, this was real. Asterisk, very real.
But what if Canelo shoves you again in this press conference?
I'm gonna cry like a baby.
All right, thank you.
The tension right now? Asterisk off the charts. Canelo's clearly on a mission to remind the world he's still that guy, the face of boxing. But let's be honest, he's been moving different lately. This isn't the cool, calculated Canelo we've seen for years. He's getting emotional, swinging at airports, snapping in public. That's not the mindset of a composed champion. That's the smell of desperation. Meanwhile, Crawford, he's walking tall, calm, focused. He's got nothing to lose. If he wins, he's a legend overnight. If he loses, he dared to be great. No shame in that. That's a dangerous mindset. And Canelo knows it.
And of course, look, you've accomplished everything. You're a first ballot Hall of Famer. You've been undisputed now in 2 weight classes. This will give you an undisputed championship in the 3rd weight class. But not just that, you know you're fighting an all-time great, and you know that the credit's going to go to you if you beat a guy like Canelo Alvarez at 168. Is that why you want it?
Well, when I beat him.
When you beat him.
Definitely. You know, the stakes is high. You know, it's high risk, high reward type of fight, and I'm looking forward to it.
When would you say, from memory, that you first thought this fight was a real possibility, that you started thinking about this fight actually happening?
Well, I started thinking about it, you know, a couple of years ago when they started talking about Spence fighting Canelo. Then just, you know, sizing him up, like, all right, how tall is he? You know, how long his arms and things like that, just sizing him up like that and going to his fights and things like that. And when he walk out the ring, I'm looking at him like, all that big, you know. So me talking with Turkey and Turkey not wanting to fight, and me like, yeah, this is the fight that I want, being that, you know, he's the last great fighter of our era, you know. That's just like, you know what I mean, me fighting Pacquiao, Mayweather, De La Hoya, and things like that. So that's why I wanted to fight.
Crawford's been ice cold through it all. Asterisk calm, collected laser-focused star. And that shove, that punch, he's using it as fuel that he didn't flinch. He didn't fold. If anything, it lit a fire under him. What the world saw as disrespect, Crawford saw as a challenge, a warning shot. But instead of backing down, Bud's treating it like gasoline on a burning fire. So let's break down what this really means for Terence "Bud" Crawford. This isn't just a jump in weight. This is a leap into the lion's den. Canelo's been trading shots with monsters at 168 and even 175. His power isn't hype. It's real. Just ask Caleb Plant. Ask Billy Joe Saunders. Ask Sergey Kovalev. They all learned the hard way. Asterisk Canelo hits different.
A lot of people that say that Crawford can beat Canelo, no problem. I mean, I respect that. Or I just think they're stupid. I mean, excuse my language. The size difference of a bigger man changes everything with one punch. And I can see the same thing. I mean, you saw Canelo Alvarez fighting Amir Khan. Now, look at this. Terence Crawford moved from 47 to 54 to fight Madrimov. What did he do to Madrimov? Nothing. Okay, Madrimov was a 54-pounder. Now, to move up to 168, that's 2 more divisions. Canelo Alvarez will take any punch from Crawford, but I don't think Crawford will take any punches from Canelo. Remember, Canelo got hit by Triple G, the heaviest hitter in that division. And Canelo took those shots like a champ. I don't think Crawford has anything to beat Canelo.
Crawford, on the other hand, he started at 135 pounds. Let that sink in. He's climbing 3 full weight classes from his lightweight days, from slick and sharp at 135 to taking on a powerhouse at 168.
Let me tell you what I think should be going. The notion that Terence "Bud" Crawford should move up 3 weight classes, 21 pounds, to fight Canelo Alvarez. He's entirely too small. Jermell Charlo already proved that. Y'all remember that scene from Rocky? Remember that scene from Rocky 2? When Carl Weathers was Apollo Creed and his trainer was like, can I be honest? I saw you beat this man within an inch of his life. And he kept coming. He wouldn't go away. He's wrong for us, baby. He's wrong. Let it go. Apollo couldn't do it. And lost fight number 2. Trained him for fight Rocky 3 and then got killed in Rocky 4 by Drago because he couldn't let it go. Bud Crawford needs to let it go. Too small.
A lot of pros are genuinely concerned. They're asking the hard question. What happens when Crawford takes a clean shot from Canelo to the ribs to the chin? Because this isn't Spence. This isn't Porter. This is Canelo Alvarez, the face of Mexican boxing, a stone-cold finisher with knockout power in both hands.
It is my biggest concern when it comes to Terence Bud Crawford, when people, for some reason, keep mistakenly comparing him to Floyd Mayweather when it comes to being an elusive fighter. Terence Crawford and Boots Ennis has a similar approach to boxing. They are boxer punchers, and it's because Terence Crawford was too big and too strong for most of the opponents. He was too athletic too. Foot speed, hand speed, just too accurate. Physically, probably the best athlete in the boxing world. He does the same thing, which is why he's been dropped, which is why he's been rocked, which is why he gets hit a lot with consecutive punches. You saw him against Madrigal, you saw him against David Ortiz, you saw the type of punches he was getting landed on from Showtime Sean Porter, right? Because he's used to bullying cats. And that's what I'm concerned about with him versus Canelo Alvarez.
But the real question is this: will Bud's elite skill, timing, and ring IQ translate to 168? Or is this the point where the weight, the size, and the raw power finally become too much, even for a generational talent like Crawford?
Terence Crawford has had one fight above 147 pounds, and everyone, including Terence Crawford, will tell you that was not his finest performance against Israel Madrimov. He is older than Canelo. He is coming up in weight. He is coming off a long layoff. I can't look at Canelo Williams' school and say, you know what? Canelo is too far in a decline to beat Terence Crawford. Not until I've seen what Terence Crawford looks like at 168 pounds.
Yeah, same here. And even though we could see Canelo Alvarez diminishing, we're still going to favor him because he's been in there with the bigger, stronger men. Crawford's not going to be able to hurt him. Crawford will be able to pepper him up, win rounds. Like I tell you, I have an image of Canelo Alvarez after the fight. He's going to be bloodied and bruised because he's going to get pot shotted. He's going to throw 2-3 punches, pepper him up, and then get an angle. Then once Canelo starts realizing I'm falling behind here or I'm getting hit too much, I got to do something great. That's when Crawford's going to have to get on his bike.
The pressure is on. Canelo's reign at 168 has been untouched, undisputed, unshaken. But let's be clear, this ain't William Skull. This ain't John Ryder. This is Terence Crawford, the most accurate, tactical, and vicious switch hitter in boxing today. That he's not just coming to survive. He's coming to dismantle. And let's be honest, Canelo's last few fights? Not exactly highlight reels. He's still elite, no doubt, but the signs are there. He's slowing down. Crawford sees it. He smells it. That's why he took the fight. Timing is everything. And Bud thinks this is the perfect moment to take the crown.
If Canelo couldn't knock out Charlo, or you really think that he's going to knock out Crawford? I would pick Terence Crawford to beat a Canelo Alvarez, even at 168. Everybody can call me crazy and whatever you want to say. I get it. Y'all didn't believe me when I told you about Spence, but trust me, Crawford will figure out a way. I know a secret y'all don't know, and I ain't going to tell you why I would pick Terence Crawford, but it's part of the secret is the reason why I'm picking him to win the fight. So.
And that punch at the airport, it might have been the biggest sign, yet Canelo knows Bud's coming for the throne.
I always try to respect my opponents, and I think he don't did them because he really wanted to do. I think Turki Al-Ashi told him you need to do something, and he did. And now before I respect his word because he say, oh, I'm not gonna let somebody to tell me what I need to do. And he did. So, but you know me. I respect everybody, but if you with me, so it's gonna be different.
Terence, is that true? Did Turki Al-Ashi ask you to spice things up?
Turkey didn't ask me to do nothing. I didn't touch him.
Oh, you know.
Listen.
Hey, we know, buddy. We know.
First and foremost, somebody was in the room saying that I was scared of them. So I stepped to him and showed him who was the boss of this fight. I ain't scared of.
Hey, I never say that. Your uncle say that, not me.
I ain't scared of and you're gonna find that out. And as you see, the last press
We'll see.
conference,
We'll see.
when I walked you down, when you supposed to be the bigger man.
Yeah, hey, you say that because you fighting with nobody, and you obviously look like you a great fighter. But you find out September.
This is a bad look for Canelo. Fans are saying he's rattled, losing his composure, and maybe, just maybe, starting to realize that Terence Crawford could actually beat him.
I don't gotta knock him out to beat him. You know, he's never been knocked out before, but he lost fights before. You know, so everybody, you know, that's coming in thinking that I need a knockout to beat Canelo Alvarez is wrong. And that's not the approach that, you know, we taking this fight. If the knockout come, then it come. But we're not going in there to knock him out. We're not looking for the knockout.
Terence, you've said if you win, you feel you're on the Mount Rushmore.
I didn't say if I win.
Okay.
Said when I win.
Well, with that, you know, what is Terence Crawford's legacy with a win over Canelo?
Listen, I already said it. I'm on that mountain. Ain't nothing left to say.
Bud, on the other hand, just became even more dangerous. He took a punch outside the ring and didn't flinch. That's mental warfare 101. That's alpha energy. That's I'm not scared of you energy.
I can say a lot of negative things about Canelo's resume, but I won't. You know, I wanna, you know, when you pay homage to the fighters that he fought, and if he don't wanna pay homage to the fighters I fought, if he thinks they nobodies, then come fight time, then I wonder what they're gonna say after I beat him.
When he pushed you, I know you've gained weight. You look actually a lot bigger. When he gave you a half shove, how is that size feeling now?
Listen, that wasn't nothing. You know what I mean? That little push didn't do nothing, as you can see. But come fight time, we're not gonna be put.
So that's it for today's video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you never miss a new upload. Drop your thoughts in the comments. We want to hear from you. Stay tuned, and we'll catch you in the next one.